Years ago, my cousin used to go to a gym in Seaford, Long Island, located in the shopping center on Merrick Road. It was a small CrossFit type of gym. So she calls me one day and asks for me to meet with her, which I did. And she explained that the owner of the gym, who she was friendly with, used to work at a gym in Massapequa called Synergy. He eventually left there to open up his own gym. According to my cousin, the owner of Synergy began arguing with the guy, and just recently, all the gym's windows were broken. My cousin, who attended the gym daily, was understandably scared. She also added that one day, she was the only one in the gym when the owner of Synergy, a guy named Mike, came in looking for the gym's owner. After leaving her, I went to meet with Louis Jett and asked him if he knew who this guy Mike was. It turns out that Louis had a membership to Synergy and knew the owner Mike very well. I told him that I wanted him to go speak with this Mike and explain that my cousin goes to the Seaford gym and that she told me she's scared. I didn't want any more incidents taking place there and told him to let him know that the gym owner was with me. I also told Louis to tell him that the next incident I hear of, there'll be no more talking. Louis left me and went to go see the guy Mike and got back in touch with me not long after. I met with him, and he told me it was all taken care of. Naturally, I didn't discuss the details with my cousin, but I did tell her that everything would be fine. Now let me just add, the Seaford gym owner was not my associate. However, being I stepped up for him, technically he was. And this is a good example how an associate, or in this case, a civilian gym owner, can cause you a headache. About 2 weeks after Louis spoke to Mike for me, he gets in touch with me and tells me he needs to see me. Of course, I met with him, and he told me we have a problem. Supposedly, the Seaford gym owner now decided to be slick and was contacting members of Synergy to solicit them to come to his gym instead. Initially, I thought this guy Mike was being cute and making the story up as further retaliation against the other gym owner. But Louis assured me he's seen some of the texts on the phones of the Synergy members, texts that came from the Seaford gym owner, which infuriated me. The following 2 days, I went to the Seaford gym looking for this guy, but could never run into him. So left with no choice, I called my cousin and told her that I needed to see the gym owner. She told me he lived further out east and that she could take me to his house if I wanted. I met with her so she could drive me. I told her when we get there, I wanted her to stay in the car. She was very concerned because the owner was with a trainer named Giovanni or Giuseppe, I forget which one, who according to her was very cocky, and she was worried I would get into a fight with him. At the house, again, I told her to stay in the car, which she did. I rang the bell and the gym owner let me in. He and the trainer were sitting in the living room. At first, the owner attempted to deny everything, but I explained to him that his text to the Synergy members was seen by a friend of mine. I told him that if he texts one more person, he wouldn't have to worry about Mike because he'd have much bigger problems. At this point, the trainer tried to open up his mouth. I listened to him for about a minute and then stopped him and told him that the cemetery was full of people like himself. As we changed the conversation, he actually proved to be a nice guy. My cousin was shocked because when we walked back to the car, the trainer had his arm on my shoulder. Of course, on the car ride back, she wanted to know what happened and that she was surprised at the trainer's demeanor, but I just told her that everything went good. There were no more issues at either gym. Ironically, I began going to Synergy where the owner, Mike, became friends with me.